things that happen with the changing of the seasons as we move closer and closer to fall. For me to think about that because I love summer so much. I also love fall. But at any rate, one of the things that happens is that the sun starts rising later and later. And with that comes darkness at the time that I like to spend outside doing these little recordings. So have to move inside until, next year when the sun starts to rise earlier and earlier. So at any rate, our reading today, Jeremiah 21, 24, 27, Psalm 118, and 1 John 2. And the reason for that skipping around in Jeremiah is it is not written necessarily chronologically. And so in order to try to get a flow, those who have done a great deal of study have arranged those chapters in that reading order. So at any rate, our reading today is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. And there is a verse that is tremendously challenging for me personally, but I think also challenging for all of us. It's 1 John, again, chapter 2, verse 15. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. This is really a good measuring stick as to where each of us are spiritually. What is most dear and precious to us? Is it things? Is it relationships? Whatever we give our time and our devotion to is that which we love the most. So why is this commandment from John so important? Because we will give ourselves to that which we treasure the most. If things, then we're going to devote our time, our energy to acquiring those things and to spend our time caring for and lavishing our love and our devotion and our attention for them upon those things. No matter what it is, that which we love the most, we will be devoted to. When we translate that into the spiritual realm, we have to ask ourselves, do we really love the Lord? Is it a legitimate question? I believe it is. And it is one that I think, should ask ourselves often and evaluate our answer. Am I giving myself to things that are godly, or am I giving myself to my own selfish interests? The qualifying statement, I think, is found in the last part of the verse. If we love the world, he says, the love of the Father is not in us. This is so serious. I don't think I can even begin to evaluate the seriousness of the statement. There is a statement here, and then there is a qualification. The statement is, if we love the world, well, how do we know whether or not we love the world? And then in order to answer that, we have to take a long, serious look at where we are with our time, with our effort, with our energy, our resources. I'm not talking about the necessities, of course. I mean, we all need to eat and all of those kinds of things, have food, shelter, clothing, that sort of stuff. But talking about the things that are extra, that which may rob even the necessities of life because of the attention that we give to it because of our own desires. That will show us where our hearts are. Then we're going to know whether or not we truly love the Lord or not, or love the things of the world. For me, it's an action that I need to take. Even as I take an initial look at it, it reveals areas that I need to work on. When I look at my time, I have to ask myself, where am I spending my time? And that's a hard question to answer, not in terms of not knowing where, but in terms, am I willing to change how I spend my time? I pray that it'll be a challenge to all of us today in terms of our walk and our relationship with the Lord. Love not the world nor the things that are in the world, because the things that of the world, John tells us this in the verses previous to that verse that we've been looking at, that it's all passing away and it's not going to last. Only the things that are eternal will last. Only one life will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. May the Lord richly bless you today as you turn your heart to love the Lord with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Amen.